Hi, I'm Debbie.
And I'm Megan.
We are real-life scientists, and we want to share some sciencey stories that are crazy, sometimes space colonizing.
Oh, okay.
But with an ad-libs twist. You are listening to Libs.
I'm a bio-pirate, actually. A mouse on a frog? You can't put a mouse on a frog, can you?
Square dancing!
Square dancing!
Woo!
Yeehaw!
Space colonizing is something.
It's something. It's something, all
I
right.
was going to say, the Libs were like all over the place in topics. I could not get a clue about what this is.
Yeah, it is, but it'll come together pretty,
Okay.
I mean, it'll all kind of make sense in the end. But yes, I realize that
Sure
it did sound a little bit wacky. As always, I'm going to start off with your out of context quote.
Oh, I like that.
But it's quotes.
Okay, multiple.
It's interesting because it kind of shows like two different views-ish from this topic. But okay, so Discover called it, quote unquote, the most exciting scientific project to be undertaken in the U.S. since President Kennedy launched us towards the moon.
Wow, that's a pretty big statement.
That is a big statement. Okay. And then this one, you're not going to know who this guy is, but his name's Mark Nelson. His quote is, quote unquote, just the fact that the same number of people came out as went in is a triumph.
What? That seems like the bare minimum that you would want to happen.
Is the same number to come out as went in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is the only outcome I would.
But does it sound like the most exciting scientific project to be undertaken?
Kinda. Is it teleporting? Is it what?
Right?
Because we really need to get on teleportation.
Yeah.
I can't believe we haven't
You're right.
invented that yet.
More people need to be working on that.
Or portals. I'd be fine with portals.
Portals look good.
Portals would be fine.
Okay. So the story I have for you today takes place primarily in the early 90s.
Okay.
But I have to start with the late 60s with a guy named John Allen. Mm-hmm. This guy was this unusual mix of a scientist, an engineer, but also a writer and writing poems and stuff like that.
Huh.
Interesting fact, he wrote under the pen name Johnny Dolphin.
Johnny Dolphin.
Right? That's
Wow.
cool, right?
Wow. It's like Johnny Bravo's brother.
Johnny Dolphin.
Johnny Dolphin. Yeah, I guess maybe it's not as uncommon as we think to be a scientist and a poet, because
I guess not.
Tesla was also a scientist and an engineer and a poet.
As are you.
Well, I wouldn't say I'm an engineer.
I would say you're a scientist and a
And
poet.
a poet, yeah.
Okay, so he started this group. Like I said, this was in the 60s. He started and ran this group called the Synergists.
Okay, cool name.
Yeah.
Wait, who did? Johnny Dolphin?
John Allen, a.k.a. Johnny Dolphin.
Oh, yeah, it's the same person. It's the same person. Okay.
We can just call
Johnny Dolphin and the Synergists. I'm surely going to call him nothing else but Johnny Dolphin.
Talk about a band name.
It's
Johnny Dolphin and the Synergists?
Yes. And also it's one of those names that you have to say the whole name.
You have to.
You can't.
No.
You have to say Johnny Dolphin.
You have to say Johnny Dolphin. Okay. So he started and ran this group called the Synergists, which was basically a small commune of artists and environmentalists who lived together and built like all these experimental projects. They mix science, ecology, art.
That's so cool.
Kind of some hippie stuff. And he started this ranch, and I think the reason they're called the Synergist, because I think the ranch was like Synergia Ranch or something like that. But anywho.
It's like, will it be cool hippie socialist commune or will it be a cult?
Right.
Could go
You
either.
wonder.
Could go either way.
Yeah. It's one of those scary borderline. Yeah. Okay, so your first lab libs is in this sentence. This is not anything serious, but
Okay.
So they also ran a theater company. They built blanks and traveled the world. I asked you for a mode of transportation.
Oh, I said train.
You said train. That would be cool.
They built trains.
If they built trains, that would be cool.
I think maybe they built something smaller, like bicycles.
They built boats, actually.
Boats.
Yep. And traveled around the world. They like sailed and stuff like
Cool.
that. So, yeah. So, they were all kind of obsessed with figuring out how humans could live in harmony with the planet instead of destroying it,
Yeah.
which is great. There's 2 lab libs in this next sentence back to back. So, in the 1980s, Allen and his group ended up getting money from a blank. And this one is a state in the Southwest. You said Arizona.
They got money from the state?
A guy that's from this state.
Oh, okay.
Like I said, it's 2 back to back.
Right. You haven't told me where they're at right now.
I haven't told you where they're at
Okay.
yet. Okay, so you said Arizona. It's a good guess, but it's Texas.
Okay.
And you would know that probably more if I told you this next thing, which is he's a blank billionaire named Edward Bass, who I gave you the lab libs, a commodity that may make someone super wealthy. And you said real estate. Also could be, definitely. But he's
Okay.
a Texas magnate who is a billionaire. Wait, you got any other guesses?
Yeah, let's see. What would make him rich from Texas? Is it like agriculture related?
No.
Okay, tell me.
Do you know what the Bushes were like wealthy from?
No, I don't.
Yeah. Okay, so he is an
Again, Debbie is disappointed of my knowledge of history on the podcast. She said, "Oh,
okay. Well, so he is an oil magnate.
oh, I should have known that."
You should have known that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But this is going to be really interesting because the Allen Group ended up getting money from this Texas oil magnate billionaire named Edward Bass, who loved ambitious and futuristic ideas.
Okay.
So next lab libs is the large amount of money. So I said Bass's blank dollars. Johnny Allen did something in his vision, okay? So you said 7.9 billion. You went high this time, but that's good. That's good.
Yeah, was it in the billions?
No.
Okay, I was like,
but it's higher
that's crazy.
than like your average. That's a lot of money.
Okay.
He got $180 million.
Wow.
And Allen,
For his hippie.
no, you don't know his idea yet.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so this oil guy gave him $180 million for this
Vision.
futuristic idea that he's got.
Correct.
Okay.
They decided to create something no one had ever done before.
Okay.
A miniature version of Earth, totally sealed off from the outside world.
Mini Earth?
They called it Biosphere 2.
Okay.
the two because Earth itself is Biosphere 1.
Wait, this is in Arizona.
It is in
I've been to
Arizona.
this place. I've been to this place. I figured you probably had. That's crazy.
I figured you probably had. Do you know much about how it kind of all started?
I know a little bit, but
Because it's different
I haven't
than-
been there in many years.
Yeah. Okay, so
Wow.
yeah, crazy, right? I know. I figured you probably.
I don't know, like, the history of this.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's different now than it was then. Yeah. Okay, so and your next lab, Libs, is it was built out in blank desert.
Yeah. You should have said Arizona second.
Yes. You said Arizona 1 too early.
Yeah, damn.
Yeah, so out in the Arizona desert, it looks like something you'd see in a sci-fi movie.
It really, really does. It's absolutely insane to walk through it.
It really is weird looking. Okay, it's a huge complex of glass pyramids and domes, all connected by tunnels and covering over blank acres. That's your lab, Libs. And it was a number less than 10. You said 7. Do you know really realistically how many acres it is?
No, I don't know.
Okay, it's about 3 acres.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought 7 was too high, but maybe they had extra land or something.
Yeah. Okay, so inside, they built entire ecosystems.
Uh-huh.
A rainforest with a waterfall, a desert, a coral reef ocean,
Yep.
a savanna, wetlands, and even a little farm with animals like your next lab, Libs. 3 farm animals, blank, blank, and blanks.
I said pigs, chickens, and cats. That's
Okay.
my farm animal.
Yes, and you did great, but it's goats, pigs, and chickens.
Okay, I got 2
So
out
you
of
got
3.
pigs and chickens.
Yeah.
The idea was to see if humans could live inside it completely sealed, recycling their own air, water, and food. Because someday we might need something like this if we were to ever try and live on the moon or blank, your lab lib is a planet.
Oh, it's probably not this planet then that I said.
Yes, you said Pluto. Just kidding. I did say that. I forgot. I thought that was hilarious. I was like, oh my gosh. Okay.
Yeah, no.
You said Venus. No, it's not Venus.
I don't think we could live on Venus. That's way
So
too
what are
close
you
to the
thinking?
sun, right?
Where might we?
Probably Mars.
Yeah, it's Mars.
Yeah.
Since it was basically a tiny version of Earth, it gave scientists a chance to study how a closed ecosystem works and how all the different parts would affect each other. The idea was partly motivated by space colonization and thinking how humans may need to live in these closed habitats. Like,
It's just like not a bad idea.
no, it's
to
not
figure
bad.
it
It's
out.
not bad. It's not
Yeah.
crazy. It's not crazy. I mean, it's crazy, but it's not. I understand.
Building all the ecosystems
I
is a
understand.
little crazy.
I understand the principle behind
Yeah.
it, but it's a little crazy. But anyway,
It's wild to walk through because the humidity changes are dramatic. Like in the rainforest, I think, area, or maybe the wetlands, one of those two. I think it's the rainforest area. It's nearly 100% humidity in there.
oh goodness,
But then you've just walked through like
the desert.
the savannah, you know, something. So it was very bizarre. It's beautiful though.
Okay, next lab libs is another number less than 10, I believe.
What does it represent?
It took blank years of planning and building. You said 2.
No, it's definitely more than that.
It's more than 2.
I think it's like 8.
It's 4.
4. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. But
I mean, that's still a long time.
yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It is a long time. So on September 26th, 1991, 8 people, 4 men and 4 women,
Yeah.
walked inside waved goodbye and sealed the doors behind them. They were wearing weird spacesuits that were red, like orange red. I don't know what they were doing. Like,
You were very excited.
Just trying to like make this media spectacle, but
Yeah, I think they were like,
so silly.
let's get in character here.
Right, yeah. And they would be known as the Biospherians.
Yep. I remember thinking that name was very silly.
Your lab libs is a number less than 5. They would be sealed in for blank full years. Do you know how long they were sealed in for?
I want to say 3.
It was 2 years.
2 years. Yeah.
Yep. Okay, so
That's so long.
it seems like a long time.
Yeah.
You would think they would start off with like 1 year. Like, let's try 1 year, see if we can pull that off. So each person had their own area of expertise. Your next lab libs is in this one, but first, Abigail Ailing, an American blank, and the vice president of research for the company that ran the project. And I gave you a type of scientist, and you said a
I
chemist.
said a chemist. I think that's a good guess.
It's a good guess. She's not a chemist, though. She is an American marine biologist, actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So she managed the ocean and the coral reef section. She made sure the water chemistry stayed right. So she is a chemist, too.
Yeah.
Apparently. And that the marine life survived and all of that. Then there was Mark Nelson. He was an ecologist who ran the wastewater recycling system
Very important.
and helped manage the agricultural side of things. He was in charge of making sure everything people used, including waste, got reused somehow.
Yeah.
The next person is Jane Pointner from Britain. Was in charge of the farm and agricultural equipment. She grew food, took care of animals, and managed the systems that kept everyone like fed during this time period.
Yeah.
That's a very important job, I imagine. The next one.
I mean, really, every single one you listed is extremely important.
Yeah, they didn't just throw Joe Schmo in there. Like, they knew what they were doing, it seems like. So your next lab libs is in this one, but so Tabor McCallum, an analytical chemist, was responsible for air quality. He ran the chemistry lab and kept track of blank and blank levels, which turned out to be a huge deal later on.
Oh, okay.
I gave you 2
I
gases.
said helium and oxygen. I bet oxygen is one of them.
Oxygen is one of them.
Is the other one carbon dioxide?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
They didn't care how much helium was in there?
No.
Okay.
They didn't care about making a high-pitched voice or anything.
Wow.
It was weird. Okay, so
Maybe they would have lasted longer if they had the high-pitched voice.
they may have had more
to entertain
fun.
themselves.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Okay, so the next one is, then there was Sally Silverstone, also British.
Name.
I know.
Silverstone. Great name.
She was one of the co-captains and ran the day-to-day life inside the dome.
Girl boss.
She had a background in agriculture and made sure the farming systems worked as well. Her co-captain was Mark Van Thiele. He was a Belgian engineer
Okay.
who kept all the mechanical systems working, running the pumps, the ventilation, and like the technical infrastructure that made
IT guy.
Yeah, and an engineer shit is serious. Like
I'm sure there was an incredible amount of machinery.
pumps and ventilation and all that. Like the whole thing is, that's all this is, you know? Like, okay, so next lab libs. Roy Walford, the crew's blank. I gave you a medical professional. And you said,
Let's see. Let me think.
you said nurse, right?
I mean,
Yes.
he was probably a doctor.
He is a doctor. Yeah, I didn't want to say Dr. Roy. I thought that might give it away. So Dr. Roy Walford, the crew's doctor, was a longevity researcher from the U.S. who studied how calorie restriction affected health.
Interesting choice.
I know.
Yeah, it's like an episode of Star Trek. Like they've got everybody on the crew.
I know. It is. It's
The only thing they
weird.
probably didn't need was like a security officer, because they're not getting like threats.
I guess, yeah. I'm kind of sealed off from all the
Sealed
threats,
off from
probably.
everything.
Okay, and Bernd Zabel, he was originally from Germany, was the systems expert. He maintained the equipment and handled emergencies, whatever that means.
Huh. Maybe he's the IT guy.
Yeah, maybe. So this was the team, 8 people who were supposed to represent humanity living inside a tiny version of Earth, right?
It is very interesting that there was a person whose whole role is like managing emergencies and fixing everything.
What do you do here? I'm the emergency manager.
I bet that more things would pop up than you think, and everybody's probably so
I'm
busy
sure.
already.
Yeah.
You know, they can't be constantly stopping to.
Yeah, because if you think about it, like, this isn't very many people to
No, exactly.
like represent humanity.
That's what I'm
This is
saying.
a very small humanity.
I'm just imagining that with only 8 people, they thought deeply about what everyone's role would be, and they decided that would be its own whole
that
role.
was neat. Yeah, that was gotta be needed.
And I
yeah,
think that's very interesting.
true. Very
It
true.
also reminds me, while you were listing all of them out, like the roles that they were each holding, I watched this show called The 100, and it's
oh yeah,
really
I've seen
dumb.
it.
But it's like apocalyptic, and several times throughout the show, they have to choose like a small section of people who will get to survive the apocalypse or whatever. And one of the times they make a list of 100 people, specific people from their group, and it gets found like before the apocalyptic situation happens. So everybody's freaking out. Why aren't I on the list? You know? And she gets a lot of flack. The leader gets a lot of like criticism for putting these particular people on the list. And of course she's biased, like her friends are on the list. And stuff.
Obviously.
But she talks about like why she chose these people because of anything from like reproduction needs and like like medical needs and engineering needs and stuff, like going into her decisions. And
yeah, it all makes sense. But it just doesn't seem like that many people to run a whole Earth.
yeah,
you know?
it doesn't. Well, it's a mini Earth.
I know it's mini, but it's still a whole Earth.
I love
it's still a
miniature
whole ass
things.
Earth.
Did you choose this because you know
No, I love miniature things.
Wow.
I love miniature things.
Crazy how we're friends because we have so much in common. Huh?
I know. So crazy. So at first it was sounding good. It was going good. They grew rice, beans, sweet potatoes, bananas, and papayas. They raised the animals. They worked all day to keep the world balanced.
Yeah. Wow. They had animals in there.
Yeah, they had everything.
Oh, you're right. Because they had pigs, chickens, and goats, right? Wow.
Yep. But pretty soon things got tough. Their food supply was never really enough. And everyone was constantly hungry.
Yeah. Ouch.
They all started losing weight pretty fast. And Dr. Walford actually studied the effects of their low-calorie diet while they were living in it. So it's turning that hardship into like scientific data. Yeah.
Even if you're doing it
almost
to yourself
everything
voluntarily, it's not very ethical.
Yeah. It's pretty much every aspect of everything inside the biosphere was used as data in some way. Like they were trying to collect data for everything that happened, right? Okay, so it wasn't like they could escape or distract themselves.
Nope.
There was no TV, no phones, no internet, not even a radio.
Not even a radio.
Not even a radio.
They had no contact with the outside world at all.
They could only send short written messages outside.
They couldn't receive anything back?
I'm not sure if they could receive, but it was all very limited, like Very, very limited contact. It wasn't like they were faxing people and stuff. It was just
When
short
was this, in
messages.
1991? Is that
Yes, it started in 1991. Yeah. So for entertainment, they had to make their own fun. This reminded me a little bit of Fordlandia when I saw it. I was like, oh, Fordlandia, a little piece of America.
Fordlandia. I remember Fordlandia.
They played music, they sang, they read, they wrote poetry.
Sure.
Sometimes performed little plays for each other.
I wonder if they brought drugs in there.
I don't think so. I'm sure they wanted
You just wonder, right? Like, did they have a little weed plant somewhere in there?
No, but what I can tell you is the next lab is a fruit. And they celebrated birthdays with handmade decorations and even made blank wine for New Year's Eve. What fruit would you say they made wine out of?
Probably not pineapple, which is what I guessed.
Is that what you said? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
Okay, wait.
not
What kind of
pineapple.
wine? Maybe like... I can't even think of what else you make wine out of, to be honest. Is it grapes? No.
It's not grapes.
Maybe like some kind of berry. Is it a berry? That's my guess. Like a blueberry or
It's probably close to that, I imagine. But no, it's weird. It's weird.
It's weird.
Yeah. It's banana wine.
Banana wine. Ew, I don't think that would be good. Like, would it taste like very ripe banana?
I don't know. I don't know what it would. What is that? What is that liquor? 99 bananas or something like that? What would it taste like that? Ugh. Okay. So at night they'd gather in the rainforest dome to sing because they said that the sound echoed beautifully under the glass in there. Abigail later said it felt like a small village under the glass, so it was kind of magical, but weirdly isolating too.
Yeah.
Early on,
Yeah, I can imagine what a dichotomy there. Like, you are in this tight-knit community, but also you are so alone.
yeah, really cut off from everything else. It's
Like, alone
yeah,
together.
it is weird. It would be weird. Yeah, I know. Well, early on, Jane Pointner had this pretty bad accident where she got part of her finger cut off when she was preparing food.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, so she actually had to exit the dome for surgery,
Wow.
which
Ruined it.
kind of caused a whole media storm because,
Yeah, the whole, like, shtick is that they're
whole
supposed to be sealed in there.
Right.
Well, what were they going to let her do? Like, bleed out? Like,
I know. I don't know. I know. So people started saying that the experiment wasn't truly sealed anymore.
well, I mean, yeah, but give them a break. Like,
I know. But, like, you want to be able to do that on Mars?
no, you would not.
You're going to need a surgeon in Mars, I think. I think that's the moral of this story.
You need more than 8 people if you go to Mars.
Maybe
and like
that.
maybe at least one of them,
A surgeon.
maybe 2 even, could be surgeons.
Yes.
Why couldn't the doctor patch her up?
He tried.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Poor guy.
He's
Like,
just a
this is above my pay
He's
grade.
not a surgeon. Come on. Yeah, he tried, but...
in the movies, they just like put some pressure on it, throw a bandage on, maybe like something traumatic, like cauterize it, and then they're perfectly fine.
Ooh, that's what they should have done. Amputated it and then cauterized it.
She was like, "Get me out of the dome,"
I wanna
because I'm sure they didn't take opening the dome lightly. That conversation was had.
Yeah,
I bet,
I'm
and I
sure.
think Jane, my girl Jane, said, "Fuck you guys! You're not amputating my
I
finger."
need a surgeon.
Or something, I'm paraphrasing. But I bet
Yes.
that conversation was had.
I imagine it was debated quite a bit.
What's the
But
decision?
like I said, okay, so the people said that the experiment wasn't truly sealed anymore or whatever, but she did go back and finish the mission.
Good for her.
Yeah. But there was,
So they reattached her finger or what?
yeah, they did. But there was also like kind of some, I don't know, information came out later that she probably like brought some food back in when she came back in.
Yeah.
And stuff, so that was a little bit of a
Controversy.
Yeah, scandal type thing with that. Yeah. So anyway,
Okay.
Daily life was hard. They had goats, chickens, pigs, not just for food, but the animals helped recycle the plant material that the humans couldn't eat.
Okay.
The farm took endless work, and they were constantly hungry, like truly hungry.
Oh.
Everyone dropped a ton of weight. And they, from eating so many, like, sweet potatoes and stuff, they made a lot of stuff out of sweet potatoes, that all of their skin had, like, an orange
That happened
pigment.
to me when I was a baby.
Yeah, it happens.
I
It
turned
really
orange.
does.
My mom freaked out. And
Yeah.
The doctor was like, what does she eat?
Carrots and sweet potatoes are,
That's
yeah.
all the foods that I like. So that's...
Yeah. So you were a little biosphere.
I was a little Biosphere.
Yeah.
It was around the same time.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
I felt
Because you were orange at the same time.
inspired by them. And I said, I want to be orange like those people.
Okay, then came the oxygen problem.
Yeah. It's wild that they like kept trugging along while they're starving.
Yeah,
And like real
they
hungry.
did. That wasn't really what like was the main concern. I can tell you that much.
Yeah.
Slowly, the air started thinning.
Oof.
People were getting dizzy.
Oh man.
They couldn't even walk up the stairs. And no one could figure out what was happening at first. Your next lab, Libs, is in this one. I gave you another gas.
Okay.
So I'm going to tell you what it is, and then you tell me what the answer is, right?
All right.
You said
Methane.
methane. It's not going to be methane, I'll tell you that much.
It's not because they were farting so much.
And it's not because they were farting too much. Okay. Eventually, they discovered that microbes in the soil were releasing more blank than expected
Nitrogen.
carbon dioxide.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
So it was just building up. Damn.
Then also they discovered that the concrete structure that it was built on was absorbing oxygen.
Oh, that's real bad. So they're making too much carbon dioxide. They're absorbing the oxygen out of the air
Yes.
into the concrete.
Yes.
Oh, poor
Yeah.
babies. Poor babies. They tried to live in a bubble. And they had problems in the bubble.
The oxygen level dropped to the equivalent of living on a mountaintop in the Andes. Yeah.
Yeah.
The only way to keep them alive was to start secretly pumping in oxygen from the outside. I'm sorry.
Like they didn't know that
they
the
knew.
outside was pumping in.
No,
They
knew.
were doing
Yeah,
it.
they were
Okay.
trying to, I think, kind of keep it from the press and stuff, but
Oh, poor little hippie. He was like, damn, are they going to make me give back the 180 million?
so that pretty much shattered the idea of the perfectly closed system.
I feel like they should have just been like, it's over.
We need to
When it
start
started.
again.
Yeah.
We need
know-
to start from scratch. Let's not use
That's how
concrete.
science
Let's like,
works. Like you have to
Right.
try multiple times.
of course, you don't
But
just get it
I'm
right
sure
on the
they
first
knew
time.
that like they wouldn't get money again. You know?
I mean, yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
Anyway, so then we also have other fun little side effects here
Oh,
too.
gosh.
Insects like ants and cockroaches exploded in numbers,
Oh God. Oh man.
but the bees and hummingbirds were dying off.
Oh, that's the opposite of what you want. It was overrun with ants and cockroaches and all the bees. And what? Hummingbirds?
Hummingbirds.
Oh,
Yeah.
man, do you think they all got depressed? I feel like this would be real depressing.
Yeah, I think they did. There's some morale issues, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So, speaking of,
It's one of those, like, you did this to yourself things. Because, like, nobody asked them to do it.
Okay, so you brought it up. There were social problems.
Yeah.
Hunger, stress, and constant togetherness led to tensions. The group eventually split into two cliques that like barely talked to each other for months. But even with all of that, nobody quit.
Wait, two cliques that didn't talk to each other for months is so silly. Oh my god, humans are so dumb. They're like, you come over to my side. Talk to them.
I know. They're like
You're gonna be on
two
our
gangs.
team. You can't talk to the other
They
team.
have territory too?
I bet they did.
You're not allowed in the desert.
You're not allowed in the desert. you stay over there in the rainforest. But it's 100% humid in here. I don't care.
Please, we just want to get out of the humidity.
Oh my goodness. Or it'd be like you know, in like a cartoon or a comic or something where if like two kids are sharing a room and they put a piece of tape down the middle of the biosphere. They put a really long piece of tape right down the middle of the biosphere. Oh, that's so silly.
Yeah, it's fun.
They should have made a reality television. If this happened now, it would surely be a reality television show.
Yeah, some of the articles and stuff I read did compare it to like Big Brother type situation.
Could you imagine like The Office style? Like with little interviews in between with all this.
Yes, that would be, man, that would be awesome.
Yes.
Yeah, that would have been awesome. That would have been
Because they do that on lots of the reality shows. They have like little, you know, vignettes with each person.
Yep. Okay, so they all stayed in the full 2 years. And they all walked out in September of 1993. They were thin, they were pale, they were exhausted.
Yeah.
But they did it.
Good for them. I mean, was that their goal to stay in for 2 years?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it was supposed to go from September to
But they
91,
cheated a little.
September to 93. No one was supposed to go in or out.
So they cheated a little with the like little oxygen and then probably like a little bit of food and got some surgery.
Right. Yes, all of that.
Yeah.
When they came out in 1993, the media roasted them pretty badly.
I mean, yeah.
They said that the whole project was a failure, but scientists actually saw it as like a lot of learning.
Yeah, of course.
They had real data showing how insanely complex and delicate Earth's systems really are, especially the carbon and oxygen levels.
You know what's really great is we put all of this knowledge to use and we really buckled down about carbon levels and climate change, right?
I know.
Over the next couple of decades now that we learned all of this.
That's right.
That's exactly what happened.
We said, oh my gosh,
wow.
Earth is so unique.
We should protect it.
Man cannot recreate it, right?
And it changed the course of history.
And
now there's no more environmental problems.
problem solved. Check and check.
Wow. Okay, so obviously that's funny, haha.
Right. So the experience influenced how space agencies design closed life support systems today.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah. So the next one is a lab lib, and I will go ahead and tell you it is a 4-letter governmental agency.
Oh, did I get it right?
You said NASA. Yay! Yes, it is NASA. It gave NASA valuable insight into how small groups can handle like the isolation and stress and all of that. And it did influence Mars mission planning.
Right.
Not Mars colonization planning, but Mars mission planning. Right.
My favorite little fun fact about NASA trying to like plan for people to be on extended, trips like this
Right.
is that they sent a woman to space for 9 days, and they gave her 100 tampons tied together by the strings.
Tied together? Yes. They didn't want them all individually floating away?
Yeah, I guess so.
Oh my gosh.
They gave her 100 tampons.
Ooh. All right. So they've learned a lot.
Yeah.
Right?
Anyways, that's just side
That's fun.
Okay, so they learned a lot about how to.
Like plan for small missions like that. And
Do you think they took into account? Do you think they took into account like interpersonal?
I think that was a
Things.
lot of it.
Yeah.
I think that was a lot of it had to do with
That's where my mind
the
went.
isolation and stress and all of that. So they did try a second mission
Okay.
in 1994.
What was their goal?
Same,
2 years ago.
right?
I'm sensing by the look on Debbie's face that it failed.
It fell apart pretty quick.
Wow. Different people.
Different people.
Okay.
The management had changed,
Uh-huh.
and the person that
It
was
wasn't Johnny Dolphin anymore in charge?
I think this was more of like the business
Oh, okay.
side of it, but probably not Johnny Dolphin. I don't think Johnny Dolphin was involved in the second round.
Okay.
But who,
Wait, I'm sorry. I keep
Yes?
interrupting you. Was Johnny Dolphin one of the people in the Biosphere?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wow. Okay.
So the management had changed, like I said, and believe it or not, who was in charge now of the business was Steve Bannon.
Really? That seems random.
That's Steve Bannon,
That seems really random.
right? Yep.
How did he get involved?
I think he was like a
Like an investor?
venture capitalist type, something like that.
So he was like, I want to try.
Like, oh, like
What
a
about
lot
it?
shot, right?
Yeah.
So 2 of the original Biosphereans, Abigail and Mark, heroes, actually broke into the dome before dawn one day to warn the crew that the experiment was being mishandled. Because they don't get outside communication. So who knows what was happening on the outside with this business.
Oh, what was happening?
I don't know. I don't remember exactly like what the problems were, but I think it was just money issues, probably something involving money.
Why did he feel the need to that it was so dire of a situation that they needed to
I think they were gonna be
break
like
it?
in danger if it wasn't managed correctly.
okay.
I believe. I think something like that. Like,
Okay. They were cutting corners probably or something
right,
like that.
exactly.
And their safety was compromised.
Right, exactly. So they broke in, they warned the crew, and that was basically the end of that. Like they all kind of said,
Heroes is right.
yeah.
Because could you imagine needlessly dying in there?
No, but I mean, even needlessly suffering,
Yeah. Yeah.
and then for what? Like,
Yeah.
no, absolutely not. Like, they did the right thing. So I just imagine them knocking on the glass, like, ding, 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 ding.
No. I imagine
Unlock the door.
I imagine like spy movie style, like laser cutting a circle.
You
into
think
the
that
glass.
that's what they did? They
Yeah.
they cut a hole in the glass.
And they played like spy music in the background.
Of course they
while they
did.
did it.
They
And they all
have
had
to.
like ski masks on.
Okay, so after that, it went through a few phases, but ultimately the University of Arizona took it over.
Yeah.
Yeah. Today, it's still an active research site. And your last lab libs is in this one, and I gave you an existential threat.
I said climate change.
You said climate change.
Is that it?
It's absolutely climate change.
Yeah.
Now scientists use it to study climate change, drought, coral reefs, and like acidity levels in the.
But it's not the whole thing sealed off.
It's not sealed off. They use this place for research, which sounds like a really great reason for this thing to exist. Like, research sounds great. That's what it should have been.
Not being
probably.
sealed in to it.
They study.
I get the vision. You know, it's very flashy. It's very like.
I don't know. I don't know. They study rainforests. They study crops, like coffee and cocoa, and see how that responds to like heat and changing carbon levels and stuff. So, you can even visit it, as you know.
Yep.
They give tours through the rainforests and ocean domes, and you can even see where the crew lived, right? Mm-hmm. So, in the end, Biosphere 2 didn't really prove that we could live on Mars, but it did teach us kind of some valuable lessons on how delicate Earth is. One of the crew would later say, we went in to learn how to live on another world and came out realizing how to live better on this one.
Oh,
that's cool that they learned that, but I don't know that anybody else really took that from it.
Hey, I just put together your out of context quote now.
Right.
It's amazing that the same number of people came out that went in. I get it now.
But remember the original Discover quote, that it was the most exciting scientific project to be undertaken in the U.S. since President Kennedy launched us towards the moon. That was before the biosphere, like,
I certainly don't know about all that.
One guy's like, oh my gosh, this is a wild experiment. Those other guys like, well, at least we all came back out. Like, oh gosh. So that's the story of the Biosphere 2. Have you seen the movie Biodome?
No.
Yeah, it's probably short. It's like the spoof off of the Biosphere. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, whatever. Anyway.
Someone should make a parody reality show
of the Biosphere.
Of the Biosphere.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
I think that would be so funny.
Yeah, that's a great idea. Well, you know, I'm a huge Naked and Afraid fan now.
Yeah. Yeah, this sounds like survivalist-ish.
I was going to say, there was a lot of elements that I was like, oh, yeah, I could see, you know, even down to the, like, boredom aspect where they're just like sitting there like.
What reminded me of it is how they have like a medical team on site for that show too, and the girl like went and had surgery or whatever.
Right. Yeah. They're like, oh my gosh, I'm actually really sick. Okay, medics, come on in. Yeah, I thought that was an interesting parallel between the Naked and Afraid. I wonder if they had to wear the spacesuits the whole time. I didn't.
That was just for the press. That was just for the pictures. You know?
Wouldn't that be funny?
If we were all the
so tired of it. Like, oh my God, let me out of this spacesuit.
Oh no, that's funny.
Yeah. So now I took us into the dome.
Okay.
Let's go down your rabbit hole for this week. What do you got for me?
Okay, so this week's rabbit hole started because I was looking at some different kinds of queer film festivals. Because I I work with a queer film festival here in Tampa.
Right.
So I found out about this whole location because I had stumbled upon the Beijing Queer Film Festival, which is apparently a thing.
Oh, wow.
And
Wow.
I was like, really? Beijing has a queer film festival.
Right.
So I started looking that up, and it's actually really crazy. Like, it's not allowed, obviously, in China.
Okay.
So they have to do it kind of covert.
It's like prohibition times.
Well, they just have like, a lot of censorship against LGBT things.
No, I'm saying it's like prohibition where you're trying to sneak around, go to speakeasy.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah.
They've had it since 2001, although it has been shut down some years. Like that the government finds it and shuts it down.
Right,
Yeah.
okay.
But they've had it in different years in organizations' basements, on university campuses, even in the Dutch embassy. Because they're in an embassy, so they're like the Chinese laws don't necessarily apply.
A great idea.
One year it got found out. They had to cancel the location at the last minute. But instead of just canceling and giving up for the year, they told all of their audience to go to a particular subway station at a particular time and get off at one stop and get on the next train at that stop or something like intricate like that. And then once they all got onto this like designated subway train car, they gave them, and they told them all bring their laptops. They passed out flash drives and they screened the movie all on their laptops using flash drives on the subway train. Isn't that incredible?
This just doesn't even sound real.
They really like make a way as many years as they can to give a platform to these international queer films, like with subtitled into Chinese, or like local Chinese queer filmmakers. Films. Even with all the censorship and stuff.
Wow.
It's incredible.
Yeah, but that's some dedication to go through all of that. Yeah, that's awesome.
Well, that was only half of my rabbit hole, because then from there I stumbled upon another location that they've used several times, which is called the 798 Arts District in Beijing. It's just outside of Beijing.
Okay.
And I thought that name struck me. I was like, what is that?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. What?
I looked that up, and it's very weird.
Oh, okay, great.
So then I fell down this part of the rabbit hole.
Oh, boy.
So the 798 Art Complex is this collection of buildings, warehouses, and like industrial buildings outside of Beijing. And it was built in the like 1950s or something.
Oh, wow.
As big factories for the military. And it's actually a German design. Like the buildings are a German design.
I guess that's
they
not
brought
too
in
surprising.
like East Germany and had all these like big shot architects building the most efficient, like best big factories to build electronics and military supplies. And they employed a lot of people. And they had like lots of incentives to work there, the Chinese government. Good benefits, whatever, good conditions and stuff. But several decades later, by the 1980s, it wasn't really needed anymore. Slowly, less and less productive. And eventually they like stopped running it. They stopped functioning. They laid off all the employees that were left and kind of got abandoned. But that company that ran the factories still owned it, and they had to pay pensions to the workers that worked there.
Oh, wow.
Still.
Okay. Yeah.
And so they needed to have some kind of income, so they wanted to rent it out. Now we're in like by the early 2000s.
Okay.
They didn't get much traction. They thought they would rent it out to like other industrial companies.
Okay.
But they didn't get much traction until these like avant-garde artists became interested and wanted to rent out space, because the architecture is crazy. Like they have all the windows facing the same direction to let as much light in as possible.
Okay.
And they're just these huge empty spaces, old and like built really nicely.
Yeah.
So artists basically like took the space over into this collaborative, innovative, modernized, for the time,
Right.
avant-garde art space.
Oh, wow.
And all these different artists came in with like all different kinds of art, graffiti, like all different sort of rebellious art.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
And
Now, how did this get this company any money? Like, were they?
yeah, because they're all paying rent.
They're
renting the spaces out.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Got it.
And they're using all that money to like pay the workers' pensions.
Yeah.
So in 2003, one of the original artists, a photographer, Zhu Yang, they initiated this whole program there to transform the old space into this artist's haven called Reconstruction 798, because that's the name of the building.
Is that like the address or something?
No, I found that when this place was built originally, it was the fashion or so in China to name government buildings with digits. And
Oh, okay.
they designated its use. Like if it started with a 7, it was a military building.
Okay. I gotcha.
Yeah. So it was actually China's first state-recognized and protected art district, recognized in 2006. And their intention wasn't just to showcase art. They wanted to build like a community of artists all working together and pushing boundaries and like, showcasing the revolutionary or innovative aspects of Chinese artists.
Right.
And they've held this queer Beijing Film Festival there in this art district. Okay. So that's why they have held this queer film festival here in this art district, because that's kind of like the cultural significance of the place now.
Right. But you would think that would kind of be an obvious place too, though.
I guess so,
To get
yeah.
caught.
They don't hold it there all the time. It's always changing
Right, okay.
locations. Probably
Yeah.
because they got caught one year there or something.
Yeah.
It was also landmark in Chinese regulatory practices. Like usually the government takes the lead on what the land can be used for.
Okay.
But in this case, the lead was taken by individuals and private organizations with the determination to make this into an art space. And then the government recognized it as an arts district.
Right. Okay.
And I guess that had never really
That
happened.
hadn't happened. Oh, interesting. Okay.
Right? So over the course of a decade, this abandoned military factory complex was transformed into galleries, shops, museums, event spaces, cafes.
Oh my god.
Some artists lived there as well as showcased their art. One blog I found of someone who visited there. It's also the third most popular tourist destination.
I
now.
imagine.
Yeah.
I imagine. No wonder the government is fine with it.
Right? One blog poster said that they were wandering around and they stumbled into this huge statue of Jesus with his nipples painted yellow. So becoming intrigued by that, they walked into this, like, what they thought might be an art gallery. But when they walked in, it did kind of look like an art gallery, but it also looked like someone lived there. It was like a mixed space. And so they were like, okay, we'll walk around. And they ran into this guy shirtless who was like sitting on the couch and like talked to him for a few minutes and, he was just like chilling. He didn't introduce himself or anything.
Right.
And then later they found out he's like a world famous, renowned sculptor.
Oh, no way.
Just like chilling there because he lives there.
Wow. Was the one that did Jaundice Jesus, or?
Yeah. Jaundice nippled Jesus. Yeah, that was him. I don't remember his name. But I just thought it was a funny, image to just be wandering around this crazy art district full of like, graffiti and weird sculptures and big like huge buildings, high ceilings and stuff. And
Jaundice
then
Jesus.
you just run into Jesus with yellow nipples and then have a random encounter with a famous sculptor.
Yeah, you had no idea.
You have no idea.
Interesting.
It sounds so bizarre. And they've wait, sorry. Now in other Chinese cities, in similar sites that have been unused industrial sites, they've kind of copied this model and have built their own, adaptive art spaces.
Well, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's super cool.
And it just showcases like a side of Chinese art that lots of people don't know about. That's like very modern, very collaborative and off the wall, outside of the boundaries of what you would think of for China.
Yeah, exactly.
And I thought it sounded like a really cool place.
Yeah.
Some of the pictures are so funny. Like there's just any kind of art, like silly art, amazing art, huge art, like
yeah.
graffiti, like murals and stuff. Oh, one other thing that I really liked about it was when it was built as the industrial factories, they had huge, communist government slogans painted in giant red letters across the ceilings.
Okay.
And when these, avant-garde artists came in, they restored it to like showcase the history of the place too.
Yeah.
And that was kind of a running theme as well. At first, the company was going to tear down. But lots of people in Beijing fought back against that and said, it was like of architectural importance, of historical importance, cultural, like, it's part of their history that was built. And
what it was built for.
Right.
Yeah.
And so to leave the slogans there and the ceilings was such a cool thing.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's super cool. I like that. I love that idea. I love that idea.
It's kind of, I wouldn't say common, but I've been to places sort of like that in the US. Where it's like warehouse type spaces that have been repurposed into art type spaces.
Yeah. Yeah, that's cool.
So yeah, that's the little rabbit hole I fell down.
Oh,
Weird Chinese art district and incredible resilience of the queer film festival in Beijing.
Dedicated. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Okay, well, we will be back
Yes, in 2 weeks, as always.
for our 10th episode.
Our 10th episode!
Yo.
We have so much enjoyed learning with all of you and laughing and thinking of silly topics.
Yeah.
It's been so much fun
And
creating this podcast.
It's crazy to think about it being 10 episodes. Like, it's nuts. Just from going like hopefully we can continue this on to now, like, it's a thing.
And if any of you out there have listened to all 10 of our episodes, we are in love with you.
Yeah, we super appreciate that. That would be amazing. That's the goal.
Yeah.
But we'll be back and you'll tell me a story next time.
Yes.
And
Maybe you'll get one thing almost right and one thing right.
Yeah.
That's my prediction.
You always get more right than I do.
Last time you got several right. I mean, it wasn't last time.
No, it wasn't last time.
It wasn't last time.
Wait, maybe it was last time.
There was an episode recently where I was like, you got more than one right. I think that was last
It was last time, yeah. It was the time before that. You crushed my hopes and
I
dreams
did.
ahead of time and said you did not get
None
anything
right.
right.
But look, you averaged back out. Anyways, we'll see how Debbie does in her guesses this time.
Probably bad.
Thanks for listening. Subscribe and share, please, with everyone.
Yes, and as always, the sources will be posted in the show notes. So go there if you really want to see like the main sources that I use for this. But like you said, give us a like, give us a comment, give us anything.
Yeah, comments. I would love to hear what people think.
I would like to hear some comments.
Yeah.
So we'll be back, and thanks for listening.
Thanks. Bye.
All right, bye.